Kindness is a virtue, but without wisdom, it can lead to disrespect. True kindness, as the Stoics understood it, is not weakness. It is not submission, it is strength. And that strength comes from setting boundaries, from knowing when to give and when to step back. Today we explore why kindness must be protected, how to practice it with wisdom, and how it transforms not just you, but those around you. Chapter 1. The strength behind kindness. Kindness is not about pleasing others. It is about acting in alignment with your values. Imagine two people. One gives endlessly, hoping for approval. The other offers help when it truly matters, expecting nothing in return. Who is stronger? The Stoics teach us that kindness must be deliberate. Seneca wrote, "No man can be happy if he does not consider himself happy." True kindness is not about external validation. It comes from within. It is easy to mistake kindness for a tool to gain acceptance. Many overextend themselves, fearing rejection. But the moment kindness is used as currency, it loses its value. When given without self-respect, it becomes a burden rather than a virtue. True strength lies in the ability to be kind without losing oneself in the process. 2. Why boundaries matter. Unconditional giving sounds noble. In reality, it often leads to disappointment. People who never say no are not seen as kind. They are seen as easy to take advantage of. Consider John, a man who always said yes. He believed kindness meant never refusing anyone. Over time, people expected more, and when he finally said no, they turned away. Contrast this with Sophia, who gave when she could but never compromised her own well-being. People respected her time, her energy, and her kindness. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." The same applies to kindness. When given without limits, kindness is drained. When given with purpose, it flourishes. Protecting your kindness does not make you selfish. It makes you wise. 3rd, kindness without limits leads to exploitation. Consider Mark and Lisa. Mark always helped his co-workers, taking on extra work without question. Over time, they stopped appreciating it. His kindness became an expectation. Lisa, on the other hand, helped when it was reasonable but never at the expense of her own duties. Her kindness was valued. The difference? Boundaries. Setting limits teaches others to respect your goodwill. The Stoics emphasized that virtue must be balanced with wisdom. Epictetus advised, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." Before giving, ask yourself, am I offering this kindness freely, or do I feel obligated? Does this act align with my values, or am I afraid of rejection? Will this kindness be appreciated, or is it being taken for granted? 4. The importance of self-care. Kindness begins with the self. Jack learned this the hard way. He gave everything to others but neglected himself. Eventually, exhaustion overtook him, and resentment set in. Emily, on the other hand, practiced self-care. She understood that by nurturing herself, she could offer kindness from a place of abundance, not depletion. To love others, one must first love oneself. Seneca reminds us, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." We must remember that we have limits, and if kindness is to remain pure, it must be given with self-respect. 5. How boundaries strengthen relationships. Many believe that setting boundaries strains relationships. In reality, it does the opposite. People respect those who value themselves. Saying no when necessary doesn't push people away. It teaches them to appreciate what you do offer. Think of a workplace. The employee who always says yes is given more work, not more respect. The employee who knows their limits is valued and heard. A strong no makes your yes more meaningful. Even in family life, boundaries create balance. Taking time for oneself does not mean neglecting loved ones. It means showing them the importance of self-care. A well-balanced person offers better kindness than one who is drained and resentful. 6. The Stoic approach to kindness. True kindness comes from inner strength, not the need for approval. When you act out of virtue rather than fear, your kindness remains pure. The Stoics believe that kindness should be guided by principle, not emotion. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Kindness is not about being liked, it is about being good. To practice kindness effectively, give without expecting recognition. Set clear limits to protect your energy. Remember that saying no is sometimes the kindest thing you can do. Kindness is not weakness, it is strength in its purest form. But like any strength, it must be wielded wisely. Without boundaries, kindness is drained. With wisdom, it uplifts both the giver and the receiver. The Stoics understood this, and now so do you. In practicing mindful kindness, you do not lose yourself. You find yourself, and in finding yourself, you become unshakable.